Quiet, Bob. No, I'm teasing. So we'll call the meeting of the LDFA and Brownfield together collectively, right?
Yeah.
Order? All right.
Yes.
Call meeting order.
All right.
I'll take roll, please.
Okay. So member Bud,
Here.
member Caroline, Austin. Okay. Darren Adair,
Here.
member Bud Norman.
Here.
Okay. And Eric Beckhusen.
Here.
Okay. So we do have a quorum for both boards, for LDFA and
Brownfield. Both.
Brownfield. The members that are gonna be absent is Terry Whelan, who's a member of both boards. Paul Flynn, who is a member of both boards, and Frank Walsh, who is a member of both boards as well.
Okay, very good. Okay, public comments? No public. Okay, seeing that there's none, moving to the next spot on the agenda is we got point officers first.
We're doing the approval of the meeting
Oh,
minutes.
approval of the minutes. I have a motion to accept the minutes.
Make the motion.
You weren't there. We probably shouldn't have it. Probably shouldn't.
I read it.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion.
Thank
to
you,
accept
Colin.
the minutes.
And I wasn't at, no, was I at the last one? Yes, I'll second that.
That's very good. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. So all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Alright. Sorry, and then we also need to approve the November 21st, 2024 meeting minutes.
Okay, I'll take a motion to accept those minutes.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Bud. Second, Caroline?
Okay.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay.
Okay, this is where,
Elections before.
yeah, I was
sorry.
gonna say, I know the elections are here somewhere.
We are electing the president and the vice president.
For both.
LDFA
For
board.
LDFA board.
Yep.
Say. Somebody want to make a motion? Who wants to be on this board again?
I'll make the motion for Jeff Bud to be the president of this.
And you're gonna keep Eric Beck using as the, I think he's the vice president and treasurer.
I'm making it.
You'll amend
Make both
that.
of those motions.
Thank you.
Yep.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, sir.
As long as not me, I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thanks, I think. Okay, done with that. Next order of business is presentation by Tom. Is there a Brownfield? Should we? Tom Eldridge, the finance director, will make a quick, brief presentation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna work today for me. All right. So welcome to the annual or sometimes semi-annual financial update for the LDFA. Just like to, I'm told I have to talk about, give you some definitions of why we do this. PA 57 is the requirement that we're under. We have goals of the LDFA, and that's essentially to use the tax increment financing to fund public infrastructure improvements. District 6, which is the active LDFA district, that was an extension of water lines tied to going from the city's water plant up to that district 4.5 miles, and then construction of a forced main sanitary sewer line down from the district down to the city's wastewater plant. And then Fisk Road was extended from Newton Road to Jonesville Road. And so by the direction of this authority, our direction is to repay the debt issued by 2040. All right, so just a quick glance at the balance sheet of the LDFA as of the end of October. The main thing to see here is the cash reserve for debt payments. There's $887,000 in that account. There is a principal payment, debt payment due at the beginning of December. So we have enough money in the account to pay for that. And then we will show essentially the P&L for July through October. Really what the district does is, it collects taxes. And so you have a summer tax collection period, you have a winter tax collection period. It's very heavy on the summer tax collection. And so during the summer collection $400,000 was collected. That's the amount that's supposed to be collected. There's a limited number of taxpayers within this district, and they have all paid their taxes.
It's good to pay your taxes.
Yes. And then as for the entire 2026 fiscal year, the projection, once the winter taxes have been collected, is that the district would capture roughly $472,000 of taxes. As you can see, there's a little bit of miscellaneous income, and then it'd have expenses of roughly $400,000, which are primarily the debt payments of principal and interest. And so there would be an annual surplus, which would then go back into cash. Now, the projection for the following fiscal year is, again, capture about $470,000 of taxes, make the debt payments, and have a surplus, a little bit less surplus, only because the payment that was being collected from the prison to hook onto the sanitary, actually it's a water line, isn't it? The water line would have been paid. That was a 5-year. They were paying $5,000 a month for 5 years, and that will be paid off during the current fiscal year. So that's really the only difference.
Hey, Tom, will that also be the point at which, won't the revenues start going higher? Or is it the year after because of the exemption?
Yeah, I'll talk about that a little
Okay.
bit. So
Let's jump in, sir. Thanks.
FYI with that, so right now I'm giving you a projection based on the current taxable value, essentially of the Clemens plant. There's construction, obviously it's a really big project. That construction will not be done until next year, but there will be an increase this year. So that number is obviously a very conservative number. There will be some increase. It won't be the big increase, which we'll see in 2028.
How do you make that determination for an increase this year?
Based on the magic that the assessor does, and so they do essentially a construction in progress. They will, I'm going to say they're going to apply for an IFT just because we know they're going to, but they won't do that until probably next year. But so there won't be an IFT on the construction in progress, but we would expect that to happen next year for the completed construction at the end of the end of 2026. So right now, just using the numbers that we have, there's $482,000 in the bond reserve account at the end of the beginning of the fiscal year, July 1st, 2025. And if everything stayed steady, the expectation would be that by 2034, we would have an accumulated cash surplus that we could defease the debt and basically pay off the debt at that point. Now, the expectation with the major expansion is that that's going to happen sooner. I've ran a couple scenarios. It doesn't really do me a ton of good to throw out random numbers, but potentially I could see that happening in the end of 2031 or 32.
But the original IFT expires after the 12 years, which is
Yeah, the IFT. So if you look
29.
at this, you can see, if you look at the tax capture column, and we're in 2029, where it's capturing just under $500,000, and that bumps up to 500 or 854,000 in 2030. That's the IFT rolling off, and it being tax being captured at the full 20 mils. Just a few facts on the Clemens expansion. Information that we have, roughly 190,000 square feet of expansion. A little bit of that is office, adding a full second shift and increasing their daily harvest. Yeah, any questions?
Yeah, any questions for Tom, or may have any questions on the financial statements? Okay, I think we're all been around, so. All right, we don't need a motion necessarily to accept anything. Yeah, place the report on file. Next, thank you, Tom. Next spot on the agenda.
Resolution 2501 for the 2026 meeting dates.
Okay, we've all had the chance to look at the meeting dates. I know we probably won't all be able to make everyone will play it by ear when we get there, but take a motion to accept the meeting dates as presented.
Make the motion.
Eric, thank you. Second.
Support.
Support Caroline. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. And that should be it, right?
Meadows, the BRA Brownfield Agreement 2501 for the reimbursement for Western Meadows.
Okay. Do you want to talk about this, Keith, or do you want to?
Yep.
Oh,
I'll
Amanda.
tackle it.
Sorry, all righty, thanks.
So as many of the board, although I think perhaps predating a little bit, some new members, the Brownfield Board had previously approved a Brownfield plan for the city to create what we are dubbing Western Meadows. Road construction has already occurred in that Wallace Lane, a portion thereof has already been built along with utilities that go under that. Along with that, given the changes to the Brownfield Act that allows for capture of housing development, which wasn't previously contemplated. This Brownfield reimbursement agreement kind of outlines the city's ability to do when that tax capture becomes available, the city to be able to collect some of that tax to reimburse ourselves for the expense that we have already put in that infrastructure that we have made as a part of the plan to expand the Western Meadows project. A bit convoluted, but
Yep.
if you guys have any questions.
Can you go over the number of units or?
Yeah, so right now, the current unit it'll be 9. The entire brownfield encompasses some other properties that is not within the Western Meadows. Other projects that were underway already in anticipation that they would be completed, so that you kind of increase the tax capture and therefore a quicker turnaround to pay yourself and then get those on the rolls, the tax rolls generally was the hope and plan. We, in the long term, are already looking ahead to phase 2. And that would be, correct me if I'm wrong, another like 9 or 10, I
Yeah.
think. And then a third phase is contemplated as well.
And is that tax capture different? I mean, for the different units?
I mean, it's
Yep.
based on whatever their taxable rate is when it's put on the rolls. It would be a portion there.
And through the brownfield, the establishment of the brownfield district, we are capturing the county taxes as well as part of, as well as the local. But the 3 phases as they're envisioned would be approximately 29 to 30 units. Phase 1 is the one you see constructed, and then there'll be ultimately a second and a third phase.
I was trying to recall their different units, different size units, right?
When you say different size, as we've marketed it, it's meant to be, there'll be single family units. They're smaller lots. We're looking at a particular price point of say 350 to 450. That's now getting a little bit dated, so we'll see how that turns out next spring when the builders proceed, but that's what we're looking at. So there'll be single family market rate. And the first 9 have been committed to 2 builders. And then it is, the city attorney noted, there are a handful of other homes that are being built currently or just completed that were incorporated into the overall plan to help boost the tax capture and kind of prime it. So those also are market rate. Those are various values, and then just based on the value of the property or the home as to how much is collected per parcel towards the repayment of the cost to do this project.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks.
Good. Thank you, Keith.
Yep.
Any further questions or comments? All right, with that, I'll take a motion to adopt BRA 2501. If somebody so approves.
I'll make the motion to adopt 25.
Bud,
I'll support.
second by Eric. All in favor of BRA 2501 for the Brownfield reimbursement agreement, please say aye. Aye. Motion carried. The next point of action is we need to adopt resolution 2506. Again, just for the reimbursement of the Western Meadows Brownfield. Kind of the same, there's nothing different here.
No, I think
Okay,
it's
it's just a legal,
kind of under.
So Amanda needs us to approve this one as well. So if I could have a motion.
So moved.
So moved to Eric,
Second.
Darren. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
I-
Motion carried. And with that, says nothing done back. Next meeting?
Yes.
Next meeting date will be November, oh, that is the date. No, not this date.
April 16th of 2026.
April 16th of 2026. Caroline's no longer going to be taking a break after that tax day. So anyway,
Yeah, we expect to see her here. then.
yeah, anymore. So, yeah.
I'll write that down.
All right. We need a motion on that too?
No.
No, okay. All right, with that, we are done. All is adjourned. Thanks, everybody. Thanks.
Thank you.
Director Famous.
Members.